Have you ever thought about how working with other brands on sneakers can help them grow? Let's take a look at the 25 best New Balance combinations. We'll look at the stories behind each one and try to figure out what makes these shoes so popular. Which group work will surprise you the most? Number 25. Premier X New Balance 998. This shape honors early cars, especially the Ford Model T, as a way to honor the Heartland's automotive history. Around the top, there are shades of black and gold. The gold-colored area around the toolbox is meant to look like the car's fancy metal grille. Number 24. This is the Nazar Eye Solebox X New Balance 1500. The Nazar Eye is made with a very strong but simple color scheme of black and gray and gum sole to make them stand out. They are arguably one of the best 1500s ever. In the past, in some countries, the Nazar Eye was thought to keep you safe from all harm. This is where the idea for it came from. We can't think of anything else to say because they are perfect. Number 23. Sneaker Stuff X New Balance 577 SNE. Both sides have put out a lot of pairs, but this green, purple, and blue one seems to fit perfectly. It's right where it should be. It's almost time to buy a pair. Number 22. The 998 Concrete Jungle from J.Crew and New Balance. It's too bad that most of the work that J.Crew does with other artists goes unnoticed. Many different models have come out over the years, but we've agreed that this one deserves to be at the top of our list. Number 21. The Encyclopedia by Foot Patrol and New Balance 1500. In honor of the Britannica Encyclopedia, this 1500 by London's Best has a quality black suede and leather upper with gold accents on the heel, tongue, and end. In spite of the fact that the midsole was purposely worn down, it looks great with a gum sole. Of course, we should point out that this model's form was far from perfect, so it might be a pass for many. The insoles are, after all, the best part of this pair that you can't see. Number 20. Sneaker Freaker X New Balance NB 997.5 Tassie Tiger. The form of this 997.5, which was based on the extinct Tassie Tiger, got some bad reviews. You already know how things work when New Balance makes things in Asia. Regardless, this blend was made with high-quality materials and a terracotta color scheme. We have to agree that the shoe is pretty to look at, even though the shape isn't quite right. The style will never go out of style, and the ease and cushioning are very well thought out. Plus, these shoes have great grip and support your feet while you're moving around. The colors really pop and stand out. This pair of shoes is great for anyone who wants a stylish and comfortable sneaker. It's a good deal. The quality is great, and the stitched sides make it last longer and let air flow through. Because they are made of both leather and mesh, they are light but strong enough to last through any exercise. The laces also stay in place and make sure the shoe fits well. There's no doubt that the Sneaker Freaker X New Balance NB 997.5 Tassie Tiger is a great shoe that looks great and works even better. These shoes are great for any activity because they are stylish, comfortable, and supportive. You can wear them for running or just for everyday wear. Number 19. New Balance 1500 Black Beard by Crooked Tongues. When you look at these two, it's like getting hit in the face. I'm truly sorry if this sounds rude, but this pair is so fierce that what I just said is how I feel. The silhouette is so simple but so strong. The top is made of black suede and the details are a reddish color. The white base makes them stand out. Number 18. New Balance 1300 Salmon Sole by Ronnie Fieg. This style offers support and long-lasting sturdiness thanks to the end-cap midsole technology. Adding Ronnie's style to all of that makes for a great shoe. With its blue upper, white accents, and salmon-colored bottom, the 1300 is, after all, a simple pair. The salmon soles are still one of the best New Balance partnerships ever, thanks to its almost perfect shape and simple color scheme. Number 17. Norse Projects X New Balance 1500. These New Balance 1500 are inspired by the weather in Denmark and aren't given enough credit. There were two colorways, but this one, which is mostly light brown with orange accents, is our best. The N is 3M and smaller, which is usually used for the 993 type. This is something you might miss. Number 16. Kekerlak by LFSTL X New Balance 577. The 577 is the right shape for a lot of people. We won't say they are right or wrong, but we will say that it is one of the best. I'm going to take a chance and say that the Kekerlak, which means cockroach, is the most expensive pair of New Balance shoes I have seen. This is our favorite 577 ever. It's one of only 120 pairs made in the whole world, and it was inspired by the animal itself, showing how life and adaptation work. Yes, all the time. Number 15. Hanan X New Balance 1500 Chosen Few. When it comes to Hanan partnerships, I have to say I have a bit of a bias. That being said, you might be able to figure out why another time. This is one of the best 1500s ever. Unfortunately, It will be hard to find a pair unless you are ready to pay a lot of money for it. They use the same color scheme as the providers, but there are some changes. It's clear that the Scots did a great job with these. Number 14. Mykonos Cyclades by Ronnie Fieg and New Balance 997.5. Once you meet Ronnie Fieg, you don't need to be introduced. The top of the 997 and the midsole of the 998 were used to make this hybrid. The 997 and the 998 are likely two of the best shoes that New Balance has ever made. These pants are shaped like the Greek island of Mykonos, and as usual, they are made of high-quality materials. There isn't a better pair of New Balance shoes to wear in the summer, to be honest. Number 13. Colette X Undefeated X La MJCX New Balance 1500. It might be hard to find this pair in your size, but it's not too expensive even in the sale community. They don't get much love or the credit they earn after all. I think it's a pair that you should rock. The top is made of blue suede with yellow details. These shoes have a leopard print fabric and insoles, and the midsole is blue with spots. Number 12. Concepts X New Balance 997 Rose. Concepts and New Balance have been working together for a long time, as shown by the release of great sets. This 997 is the same. To celebrate the opening of its new store in New York, the upper is all in a rosy hue, with 3M gray crocodile leather on the tongue, heel, and center panel. Is it safe to say that this is the best 997 ever? Number 11. The Solebox X New Balance 1500 Toothpaste Pack. People bought this pack in two different colors, but the aqua blue toothpaste design is our favorite. The top is made of suede, patent leather, and mesh, and each pair is one of 216 that were made. There are resale sites where you can find toothpaste for crazy low prices, even if it's not in dead stock condition. Number 10. Grand Ants by Nice Kicks and New Balance 1600. The idea for this retro runner came from the beaches in the Caribbean. The upper is made of blue mesh and nubuck, with gray accents that stand out. The shape is also set on top of an ABZORB midsole. We know that not everyone loves the 1600, but trust us when we say that this is a really great pair. Number 9. The Non-Native X New Balance CAM 997 Dune. Let's be honest, this is a pretty strange one and you don't see many of them. The Dune has a top made of high-quality materials like leather, nubuck, and mesh that has been tanned. It's also on an absorb base that has white, brown, and blue marks on it. Number 8. The Bodega X New Balance 577 Hypercat. The Hypercat is based on Star Fox, which was one of the most famous 3D first-person shooter games in the 1990s. Premium leather with holes can be seen on the toe and tongue, and there are purple accents around the mid-panel and heel. With their blue outsoles and standard yellow end, these 577s are some of the best ever made. Number 7. Provider X New Balance 1500. An Australian company called Provider put out a neck breaker in 2008. There isn't any other word for it. The release was very limited, and now every New Balance fan wants to have these in their collection. It's almost impossible to discover a pair. This shape is simple but unique, and the top comes in black, aqua blue, gray, and white. Number 6. The Solebox X New Balance 575 being hunted. Solebox made these very rare sneakers. Only 60 pairs were made in the whole world. Not everyone likes the 575 model that was picked, but these are different from any other that came out. The upper comes in shades of beige, brown, and green, and it's called the Military. The shoe sits on a white midsole with gum outsole details. It's different from other things because of its style and color. The materials are very good, and there is a padding system that makes every step feel great. Number 5. Concepts X New Balance 999. John F. Kennedy is still one of the most loved figures in American history, so Concepts chose this project as a way to show their respect. The sailing flags on the top are there because Mr. Kennedy loves sailing. The shoe is made of a mix of different materials like leather, ripstop nylon, and mesh. One shoe that every sneaker fan should have is the Concepts X New Balance 999 Kennedy. The top is made of high-quality pigskin suede and an ultra-breathable mesh. The midsole has C-cap cushioning technology to keep your feet as comfortable as possible all day. Number 4. DTLRX New Balance 990 V4D MV. Yes, this one is likely something you have never heard of. As of now, there aren't many partnerships on the 990, but DTLR has made an iconic version for Maryland. Keeping true to its roots, the top is made of gray premium suede, and the checkered flag heel has details that can be seen with special insoles. The outline also shows shades of red and yellow. Number 3. Nice Kicks X New Balance 1500. We're not going to say much. Perfect shape, perfect workmanship, and great materials. There's no question that the color combination is both soft and striking. I love how comfortable and stylish the shoes are. The difference between the two colors is stunning and will make people look twice. They were also fairly light for how big they were, which meant you could wear them all day. Also, they last a very long time because of the high quality of the materials used. I think these shoes are great for anyone who wants to look good and feel good around the house. Number 2. Invincible x New Balance 1400 Brogue. We know that some people don't like these, but Invincible from Taiwan worked with New Balance to make a unique version of the 1400, just the way we like it, plain and simple. The upper is made of high-quality blue suede, and there are brogue around the toe box and heel for extra style. They have a full white outsole that makes them stand out even more. Finally, the inside of these sneakers is lined with high-quality leather, and the insoles are made just for them. Number 1. Ideas X New Balance 998 C-Note. The shoe's top is mostly off-white and has olive green, white, gray, and bronze accents. It was inspired by the $100 bill. Details can also be seen on the silver parts that reflect light on the toe and heel. On top of that, the outsole looks old. We should also say that this version of the 998 is one of the most wanted by New Balance fans. Enjoy this dive into the best New Balance collaborations. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exclusive sneaker insights, latest trends, and all things footwear.